The Sasanian Empire, spanning from 224 to 651 CE, stands as a pivotal and often overlooked chapter in the annals of ancient history. Situated at the crossroads of major trade routes and encompassing territories that stretched from Mesopotamia to the Caucasus and from Egypt to Central Asia, the Sasanian Empire emerged as a formidable force in the Near East. The Sasanian Empire emerged from the ashes of the Parthian Empire, marking a significant shift in the political landscape of ancient Persia. The Parthians, who had ruled Iran for centuries, faced internal strife and external pressures from Roman incursions and nomadic invasions. By the early 3rd century CE, their grip on power weakened, paving the way for a new dynasty to seize control. In 224 CE, Ardashir I, a local Persian noble of the province of Persis, modern-day Fars in Iran, rebelled against the Parthian king Artabanus V. Ardashir I's rise to power was not merely a revolt but a calculated effort to establish a new imperial order based on Persian traditions and aspirations. He claimed descent from the ancient Achaemenid kings, emphasizing continuity with Iran's glorious past and presenting himself as a legitimate successor to the Parthians. Ardashir I's military campaign culminated in the decisive Battle of Hormozgan, where he defeated and killed Artabanus V in 224 CE. This victory solidified Ardashir I's authority and marked the beginning of the Sasanian dynasty. He assumed the title of Shahanshah, King of Kings, establishing Ctesiphon as the empire's capital and laying the foundation for what would become one of the most enduring Persian dynasties. Under Ardashir I and his successors, the Sasanian Empire embarked on a period of military expansion and consolidation. Ardashir I's conquests extended Sasanian control over Mesopotamia, including the cities of Seleucia and Babylon, solidifying their hold on the rich lands of the Tigris-Euphrates Valley. The expansion continued under Shapur I, reigned 240 to 270 CE, Ardashir I's son and successor, who expanded the empire's borders further into the Roman East. Shapur I's campaigns were marked by victories over Roman emperors Gordian III and Valerian, highlighting the Sasanians' military prowess and establishing them as a formidable adversary to the Roman Empire. By the end of the 3rd century CE, the Sasanian Empire had emerged as a dominant power in the Near East, rivaling the Byzantine Empire to the west and exerting influence over Central Asia to the east. Its military successes and administrative reforms laid the groundwork for a prosperous and culturally vibrant empire that would shape the course of history in the region for centuries to come. The Sasanian Empire was characterized by a centralized and bureaucratic form of government that enabled effective administration over its vast territories. At the head of the empire was the Shahanshah, or King of Kings, who wielded supreme authority as both a political and religious figure. The Shahanshah was not only the sovereign ruler but also the divine representative of Ahura Mazda, the supreme deity of Zoroastrianism, which was the state religion. The Shahanshah's authority was absolute, symbolizing the unity of the empire and its people. He was responsible for maintaining justice, defending the realm from external threats, and ensuring the prosperity of his subjects. The position of Shahanshah was hereditary, passing from father to son, though succession disputes occasionally led to periods of instability and civil strife. The Shahanshah's court was a hub of political intrigue and cultural patronage, attracting scholars, poets, and administrators from across the empire. It served not only as the seat of government but also as a center for artistic and intellectual endeavors, fostering a vibrant cultural milieu that blended Persian, Hellenistic, and Eastern influences. The Sasanian Empire was divided into provinces, Shahrestans, each governed by a noble appointed by the Shahanshah. These provincial governors, Shardar, exercised considerable autonomy in local affairs but ultimately owed allegiance to the central authority in Ctesiphon. They were responsible for collecting taxes, maintaining order, and overseeing the administration of justice within their respective jurisdictions. Local governance also relied on a network of administrators, tax collectors, and military commanders who ensured the smooth functioning of imperial policies at the grassroots level. The empire's success in governing diverse populations and managing vast territories rested on its ability to delegate authority while maintaining central control through a well-defined hierarchy. The administrative structure of the Sasanian Empire facilitated cultural and economic exchange, fostering stability and prosperity throughout its domain. Despite occasional challenges from internal dissension and external threats, the empire's political institutions endured for centuries, leaving a lasting legacy in the annals of Persian history. Urban centers played a crucial role in the socio-economic life of the Sasanian Empire, serving as hubs of commerce, administration, and culture. Cities such as Ctesiphon, the capital, and Nishapur thrived as centers of political power and economic activity. These urban centers were strategically located along major trade routes that connected the Mediterranean world with Central Asia, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultural influences. The Silk Road, in particular, traversed Sasanian territory, linking China in the east with the Roman Empire in the west. This trade network brought luxury goods such as silk, spices, and precious metals to Sasanian markets, enriching merchants and fostering economic prosperity. Agriculture formed the backbone of the Sasanian economy, with fertile lands along the Tigris and Euphrates rivers supporting intensive cultivation of grains, fruits, and vegetables. The empire also invested in irrigation systems and agricultural technologies to maximize productivity in its agricultural heartlands. In addition to agriculture, the Sasanian economy benefited from mining and metallurgy, particularly in regions rich in copper, silver, and gold. Craftsmanship flourished, producing intricate metalwork, ceramics, textiles, and luxury goods that were traded both domestically and internationally. Sasanian society was stratified into distinct social classes that reflected both economic status and political privilege. At the top of the social hierarchy were the nobility and aristocracy, who held vast estates and wielded considerable influence at the imperial court. Beneath them were the clergy, including Zoroastrian priests who played a pivotal role in religious rituals and governance. The middle class consisted of merchants, artisans, and skilled laborers who contributed to urban economies and cultural production. They enjoyed a degree of social mobility and contributed to the empire's commercial networks and intellectual life. Peasants and laborers formed the majority of the population, working the land and supporting the agrarian economy. Despite their lower social status, peasants played a crucial role in sustaining the empire's agricultural productivity and economic stability. Cultural diversity thrived within the Sasanian Empire, encompassing Persian, Semitic, Hellenistic, and Central Asian influences. Urban centers were cosmopolitan melting pots where diverse ethnic and religious communities coexisted, exchanging ideas and traditions that enriched the empire's cultural tapestry. The Sasanian Empire maintained a well-organized military structure that was crucial to its territorial expansion and defense. At the heart of the military was the professional standing army, SPA, composed of elite cavalry units known as the Savaran. These cavalry forces were highly trained and equipped with heavy armor, lances, and bows, making them formidable opponents on the battlefield. The military hierarchy was stratified, with commanders, spabeds, overseeing regional armies and reporting directly to the Shahanshah. The empire also relied on conscription, mobilizing levies from rural communities during times of war to bolster its military capabilities. Sasanian military tactics emphasized mobility, cavalry superiority, and strategic flexibility. The Savaran cavalry units were adept at swift maneuvers, encircling enemy forces, and launching devastating mounted assaults. Infantry units provided support in defensive positions in siege warfare, employing tactics such as trench warfare and the use of siege engines to capture fortified cities. Naval warfare played a minor role in Sasanian military strategy, primarily along the Persian Gulf and Indian Ocean coasts, where maritime trade routes were safeguarded and naval bases were established. The Sasanian Empire maintained complex diplomatic and military relations with neighboring powers, most notably the Byzantine Empire to the west and various Central Asian nomadic tribes to the east. With the Byzantine Empire, the Sasanians engaged in frequent conflicts over territorial disputes, control of trade routes, and influence in the Caucasus region. These conflicts, often punctuated by periods of truce and alliance, shaped the geopolitical landscape of the Eastern Roman and Sasanian realms for centuries. To the east, the Sasanians faced challenges from nomadic tribes such as the Hephthalites and the White Huns, Hephthalites, who posed intermittent threats to Sasanian borders and trade routes. Military campaigns against these nomadic confederations were aimed at securing frontier regions and protecting vital economic interests. The Sasanian military's ability to adapt to diverse terrain and adversaries, coupled with its strategic alliances and diplomatic maneuvers, enabled the empire to maintain its territorial integrity and exert influence over vast expanses of the Near East and Central Asia. Zoroastrianism, an ancient Iranian religion founded by the prophet Zoroaster, Zarathustra, served as the state religion of the Sasanian Empire. Under Sasanian rule, Zoroastrianism experienced a revival and became deeply intertwined with imperial ideology and governance. The Shahanshah was regarded as the earthly representative of Ahura Mazda, the supreme deity of Zoroastrianism, imbuing the monarchy with divine authority. Zoroastrian priests, known as magi, played a crucial role in religious rituals, offering prayers and performing sacred rites to maintain cosmic order and protect the empire from spiritual and physical threats. Zoroastrian teachings emphasized ethical dualism, pitting the forces of good, Ahura Mazda, against evil, Angra Mainyu. This dualistic worldview shaped Sasanian moral and legal codes, promoting justice, honesty, and charity as virtues essential to maintaining harmony within society. Sasanian art and architecture flourished, blending indigenous Persian traditions with influences from Hellenistic and Eastern cultures. Palaces, such as the Grand Tak-e-Kisra in Ctesiphon, exemplified Sasanian architectural achievements, featuring massive arches, intricate stucco reliefs, and vibrant frescoes depicting royal court scenes and mythical figures. Cities like Ctesiphon and Nishapur served as centers of artistic patronage, where skilled craftsmen produced fine metalwork, ceramics, textiles, and jewelry coveted throughout the empire and beyond. Monumental structures, including fire temples and rock-cut reliefs at Nakush-e-Rustam, celebrated Sasanian military victories and religious devotion, showcasing the empire's cultural vibrancy and imperial ambitions. Sasanian literature thrived, encompassing epic poetry, historical chronicles, and philosophical treatises that reflected the empire's rich cultural heritage and intellectual curiosity. The Shahnameh, Book of Kings, composed by Ferdowsi in the 10th century but drawing on earlier Sasanian and Persian traditions, preserved heroic tales of legendary kings and warriors, embodying ideals of kingship and Persian identity. Intellectual achievements extended to astronomy, medicine, and mathematics, with scholars such as the physician and philosopher Avicenna, Ibn Sina, making significant contributions to Islamic and Western thought. Sasanian scholars preserved and translated ancient texts from Greek, Sanskrit, and Syriac into Middle Persian, fostering a cross-cultural exchange of knowledge that enriched intellectual discourse throughout the empire. The later centuries of the Sasanian Empire were marked by internal instability and succession crises that weakened central authority and undermined imperial unity. Succession disputes among rival claimants to the throne led to periods of civil war and political fragmentation, diverting resources and eroding administrative efficiency. In addition to dynastic struggles, socio-economic tensions between the aristocracy and peasantry intensified, exacerbated by fiscal pressures and land tenure disputes. These internal divisions weakened the empire's ability to respond effectively to external threats and maintain internal cohesion. The Sasanian Empire faced persistent external pressures from neighboring powers, most notably the Byzantine Empire to the west and nomadic tribes in Central Asia. Conflict with Byzantium over territorial disputes in Armenia and Mesopotamia drained imperial resources and stretched military capabilities, leading to prolonged periods of warfare and instability along the frontier. Simultaneously, the rise of Arab tribes on the periphery of the empire posed a growing threat to Sasanian hegemony. Arab incursions into southern Mesopotamia and the Persian Gulf region disrupted trade routes and challenged Sasanian control over vital economic centers. The decisive blow to the Sasanian Empire came with the Muslim conquests in the early 7th century CE. Beginning with the Arab invasion led by Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab in 633 CE, Muslim armies swiftly conquered Sasanian territories in Iraq, Iran, and the Caucasus, exploiting internal divisions and discontent within the empire. The Battle of Al-Qadisiyah in 636 CE, where Sasanian forces suffered a devastating defeat, marked a turning point in favor of the Arabs. The fall of Ctesiphon in 637 CE and the subsequent capture of Persian royal treasures and administrative centers accelerated the collapse of Sasanian authority. By 651 CE, the last Sasanian ruler, Yazdegerd III, was defeated at the Battle of Nehavend, marking the formal end of the Sasanian Empire. The Arab conquests ushered in a new era of Islamic rule in Persia, transforming the region's cultural, religious, and political landscape. The Sasanian Empire left a profound cultural legacy that shaped Persia, modern-day Iran, and influenced neighboring civilizations for centuries. Cultural contributions encompassed art, architecture, literature, and administrative practices that blended indigenous Persian traditions with influences from Hellenistic, Central Asian, and Near Eastern cultures. In art and architecture, Sasanian innovations such as the use of pointed arches, domes, and elaborate stucco decorations laid foundations for later Persian architectural styles seen in Islamic mosques, palaces, and religious complexes. Cities like Ctesiphon and Nishapur served as cultural centers where artistic patronage thrived, fostering a vibrant artistic tradition that endured beyond the empire's collapse. The Sasanian Empire's influence extended beyond its borders, shaping the cultural, religious, and administrative practices of later Islamic and Middle Eastern civilizations. Zoroastrian motifs and administrative structures were adapted and integrated into Islamic governance, influencing the caliphal administration and legal systems of the early Islamic period. Intellectual achievements in fields such as medicine, astronomy, and philosophy, preserved and advanced by Sasanian scholars, contributed to the scientific and scholarly achievements of the Islamic Golden Age. Translations of Greek, Syriac, and Sanskrit texts into Middle Persian facilitated the transmission of knowledge across cultural boundaries, fostering a cosmopolitan intellectual environment in medieval Islamic centers such as Baghdad and Cairo. Archaeological excavations across former Sasanian territories have unearthed valuable artifacts and architectural remains that provide insights into daily life, religious practices, and administrative structures of the empire. Sites such as Persepolis, Nakush-e-Rustam, and Tak-e-Kisra have yielded monumental ruins and inscriptions that illustrate the grandeur and sophistication of Sasanian civilization. Modern interpretations of Sasanian history have benefited from interdisciplinary approaches, combining archaeological evidence with textual sources and comparative studies of neighboring civilizations. Scholars continue to refine our understanding of Sasanian political organization, cultural interactions, and economic networks, illuminating the empire's enduring impact on the historical development of the Near East and beyond. The Sasanian Empire, spanning from the 3rd to the 7th centuries CE, stands as a testament to the resilience and cultural vibrancy of ancient Persia. Emerging from the ashes of the Parthian Empire, the Sasanians revitalized Iranian identity and established a formidable imperial power that shaped the course of history in the Near East. Reflecting on its legacy, the Sasanian Empire remains a source of pride and inspiration for Iranians and scholars alike, symbolizing a golden age of Persian civilization and cultural achievement. Its artistic, intellectual, and administrative contributions continue to resonate in modern interpretations of Iranian history and in ongoing archaeological discoveries that illuminate the empire's enduring impact. In conclusion, the Sasanian Empire's legacy transcends its temporal boundaries, leaving an indelible mark on Persian cultural identity, Islamic civilization, and the broader historical narrative of the Near East. By celebrating its achievements and learning from its challenges, We gain deeper insights into the complexities of ancient empires and the enduring human quest for cultural expression, intellectual inquiry, and political authority.